All right, AJ. And for VCU's leading scorer, Joe Bamisile, a conference championship would be the culmination of a well-traveled collegiate career and at times difficult journey, one made easier by determination and years of practice.
I've been playing basketball since I was maybe 3 or 4, and I've been practicing meditation since I was 7. My grandfather introduced to me a form that he does, and then around 13, for 2 years, I was just studying meditation. I don't know why a 13-year-old decided to do that, but it's not one of those things where like meditation seemed cool because I wanted to be a better basketball player. It was just like part of my formative life growing up. And I think it's cool that when I got to this stage, 2 things that were separate, have found a way to kind of collide. I played basketball at VCU. I am a shooting guard for the Rams. But outside of basketball, I am getting my master's in rehabilitation counseling. Whatever you're passionate about, chase it. I don't allow myself to lose my identity in one specific thing.
I would describe Joe as loving, caring, always present. He's always the guy that will ask you, like, how you're doing. Like, he'll sit down with you, he'll really have a full conversation and really understand how you're feeling in a moment.
I walked in the other day and Joe looked at me and he said, "Hey, Coach, I know nobody ever really asks you this, but how are you doing?" A lot of times, positions of leadership, that's right, you don't get asked all the time, "Are you okay?" I just thought that was really thoughtful, of him to ask that.
Mental health in basketball is like a really touchy subject. It definitely is a place where there is a sense of like toxic masculinity, and it can catch up to you if you don't take care of it. So like to have somebody like Joe who's going outside the grain and doing something that a lot of people normally wouldn't do, which is address their feelings and your mental health, is a really big deal.
All right, folks, welcome to IDST 499. Today we're going to talk about your capstone project's final format. One of the courses that I teach here is our capstone seminar, and our goal really is for students to leave that class with a tangible product, whether that's a business plan for a coffee shop that you want to open, or, as in Joe's case, create an app.
There's a lot of athletes struggling with anxiety or struggling with depression. Like, these are things I've heard from a lot of different people. So I started figuring out, how can I combine meditation, mindfulness tools, and social media all in one place?
For a lot of students, they've all used apps, but knowing what goes into the back end of creating an app is a whole other ball game.
I found a third-party development company. Gratefully, because of NIL, I had the money to afford this idea.
At the end of the semester, he had a beta version of the app available for testing, and I was able to see sort of the user interface and his goals for the final version.
It was cool to mix personal experience and education into a singular entity, which created Manda.
When Joe first started the app, he sent it out to probably all of us and encouraged all of us to use it.
Like with me, when I first used the app, is that it just gave me a moment to slow down, and it reminded me like to check in on yourself. I would definitely say, like, as an athlete, helped me improve in a sense, for sure.
It's been amazing to just watch Joe's progress, and I'm really excited to see where this takes him.
Joe wanted to make something that certainly can impact who knows how many, people down the line. It just goes to show what type of character, this young man has.
I think if I was so attached to being a basketball player, maybe I don't turn a class into an idea, which leads to making an app. Ultimately, wherever this is supposed to go, wherever I'm supposed to go in life, I'll be there.
Man, I tell you what, there's so much that's inspiring and life-giving about that, guys. Not only is he chasing his passion, but the one thing I pulled out of there is his identity is not solely driven by what he does. And that's a lesson for all of us. Then you think about the creativity, the innovation, the opportunity that NIL has afforded him to chase something like this and to have an impact. Man, so much good Well done, Joe Bamisile, and I know you can hoop. You're also making a positive impact beyond the round ball, which is inspiring.
Yeah, and dialed in, clearly, in the moment, focused.
Figuratively and literally.
Exactly,
Yeah.
And they need to be today against George Mason.
They sure do. He's an impressive guy.
Yeah.